It's been a tough week for everyone at Coventry United with the announcement the club had been removed from the FA Vars, but today Terry and the boys look to bounce back in the rearranged Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division fixture between Loughborough University and Coventry United. The previous fixture between these two sides was rained off, and you've got to know this week we brought an umbrella. It's live coverage of Loughborough Uni versus Coventry United right here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beautiful Loughborough University Stadium, one of, if not the best stadiums we visit every year here on Coventry United TV. The £3 million sporting complex at, well, the University of Loughborough, obviously. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks as well for the match between Coventry United ladies and Loughborough Foxes in the Women's National League Southern Premier. But today, it's all about the men. It's all about the Midland Football League, and we are almost set to go for today's game. Let's get you into your team news, starting off with Loughborough University. Starting for Loughborough, number 1, Connor O'Keefe. Number 2, Charlie Lewis. Number 3, Jordan Slack. Number 4, Jordan Connor. Number 5, Joel Bonner. Number 6, Jacob Crowd. Number 7, Matthew Olapo. Number 8, Ben Last. Number 9, Daniel Collins. Number 10, Connor Smith. Number 11, Captain Matty Crooks. Substitutes for Loughborough University. Number 12, Ryan Burt Allen. Number 13, George Hobbs. Number 14, Dan Hansen. Number 15, Jeremiah Dassalu. And number 16, Kel Akpobir. And for Coventry United today, number 1, Brendan Bunn. Number 2, Harrison Sawyer. Number 3, Ben Valance. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5 is, obviously, it's Jamal Clark, the captain. Who else? Number 6, Kyle Barnett. Number 7, new player signed this week. Previously of Long Buckby and Rugby Town, Sam Lockley. Number 8, Jake Holt. Number 9 is Joe Cairns. Number 10, Eli Barco. Number 11, Luke Downs. Substitutes for the Red and Greens. Number 12, Dominic Elaine. Number 14, Antonio Alcaraz Zamora. Number 15, Andre Yeru. And number 16, Johan Samas. Loughborough University in purple and pink. Coventry United all in white.
We love you, Graham. We do. We love you, Graham. We do. We love you, Graham. We do. Oh, Graham, we love you.
I hope he heard that because he's working nights. He said he might not be up for the start of the match, so we'll have to do it again at half time. Oh, he's definitely listening. Well, certainly second that. Graham, you're doing an amazing job, mate. Keep it up. We'll see you back at United very, very soon. But today, we are underway at the Loughborough University Stadium. Loughborough University versus Coventry United right here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Coventry United kicking from right to left in all white. And it is, as we believed, it's going to be the new signing Lockley up front for Coventry United today. Wayward pass picked up by the defender, Jacob Crowd, and lobbed away by Connor O'Keefe. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Connor O'Keefe was actually one of our standout goalkeepers a couple of years ago on Coventry United TV when we played Loughborough University. I think it was our first season in the Midland Football League Premier Division. He pulled off some outstanding saves that day. He hasn't been seen in a Loughborough team since, but he has been brought back in today. Of course, Loughborough, as a university team, you have to be studying at the university to play. That's the reason they're called the Scholars. Striding forward is Joel Bonner. Lofted ball, trying to get over the back line, lofted away by Jamal Clark. Was there a push on the back? Referee says no. Joel Cairns hoping to receive a free kick, not given, but it's immediately back with the Red and Greens after a wayward ball down the right flank. Barnett plays a 1-2 with Brendan Bunn. Fred Caswell here today, but not in the squad. United passing around patiently in the final third. Starting forward is Kyle Barnett. Here's Jamal Clark. The United skipper drills it down the centre of the park. Easy interception for Jordan Connor. Letting guys Barco from behind to take it back to Red and Green's possession. Musa. Threads it through. Joel Cairns is through. And a last-ditch slide by Charlie Lewis, diverting it behind for a corner. Promising start for the red and greens. Cairns will take the corner himself. It was near post and Kyle Barnett lets it run, and Jake Holt didn't make it in time. Rolls past number 8 as Loughborough get it clear. Valance trying to pressure Daniel Collins into a mistake. It's tapped over by Luke Downs. And it will be a Loughborough throw, about 10 yards into their own territory. And Tweedledee and Tweedledum next to us believe it should have been a Coventry United throw.
£14 loss, where you back it?
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm getting more abuse today than I was last weekend. By the way, I am open to offers, all right? If someone wants to save me from this bunch, I am open to offers.
One at a time, please.
Here's Lockley. Heavy first touch from down, take it to the feet of Bonner, the Loughborough defender, switches the play, flies over the head of the Loughborough number 9, Daniel Collins. Coventry have a throw deep into their own half. Thrown to Brendan Bunn. United will certainly enjoy playing on this service, one of the best non-artificial services in the league, although it didn't take so much water last time we played, as the game was rained off on the 50th minute after a freak rainstorm. Bunn looking for Harrison Sawyer. He can just graze the head of the former Walsall youngster, and that'll be a goal kick as it heads out.
Come on, Ken. Come on, mate. Hurry up.
One final score to bring you from the Premier League. It sounded like quite the game. Wolves 4, Leicester 3. No further goals in the Premier League yet. There has been a goal in the Championship. Brentford leading Rotherham by 1 goal to 0. It remains scoreless at Home Park as Plymouth Argyle take on Coventry City. Comes off the head of Daniel Cairns. Sorry, Joe Cairns, I should say, for a Coventry United Loughborough University throw on the halfway line. Play down line with Bonner. O'Keefe. Across to the left-hand side, and Jordan Slack. It's pass blocked by Eli Barker, but it's played back to O'Keefe. Lobs it right, Lewis. Closed down by Cairns. Pass took a deflection off Cairns, but it is now back with Bonner. Patient play from the Scholars. Bonner rolls it left. Slack. John Slack looking for the run down the left-hand side. Crooks was the intended target, but again United intercepting well. Moose's run curtailed by a challenge, but Valance collects the seconds. Cairns falls back into his own half, who will find support with Kyle Barnett. Clark. Oh, a lot of room to work with there as Crooks closes him down. Returns it to Barnett. Now Bunn in the box, launches it clear. Off the head of Lewis, now it's with Matthew Alapo. Trying to sprint around Ben Valance and shoves Valance to the ground. That'll be a free kick to the red and greens, all in white. 6 minutes gone here at the Loughborough University Stadium. Loughborough University 0, Coventry United 0. The opening chance of the game fell to the red and greens. Sawyer breaking down the right, cutting in. Pass behind Cairns, was a bit ambitious with his run. And now the Scholars play it out. Alapo, now Charlie Lewis. Plays it back to Connor O'Keefe. Bonner strides away from his penalty area and sends it left for Slack, just able to keep it in. Last. Plenty of space to work with down the centre of the park into the centre circle. Daniel Collins. Now Crooks. Ball in by Crooks straight into no man's land. No purple shirts in sight. That'll be a goal kick. Plenty of action here on Coventry United TV this weekend. Tomorrow we're heading over to Coventry for the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup. United continue the defence of their title in the quarter-finals tomorrow in a home match against Leafield Athletic. We're live from 2 o'clock tomorrow. That's Communications Park. Do make it if you can, but if you can't make it, we've got commentary and highlights here on Coventry United TV. And I'm glad to say the majority of the laptop issues I have now cleaned up, so we should be able to get the highlights online for you tonight. The highlights of today's game. Unfortunately, we can't get the highlights of tomorrow's game until tomorrow. Musa. Cairns playing on the left wing. Down line to Valence in United territory. Returns it to Cairns. Defenders have moved out and allowed Cairns some space. Pass last. Holds up Collins. Runs into the path of the Loughborough number 4, Jordan Connor, but a free kick has been given. Down to the short free kick into the area. Cairns beaten to the punch and held off by Slack. So goal kick which Conor O'Keefe will go and take. Today's show, as always, on Coventry United TV is sponsored by Current. Building bespoke software to increase sales and improve your business process. Head to current.it for more information. Keeper plays a short one to Joel Bonner at centre-back. Ben Last. Pass closed down and blocked by Downs. Receives it back from Cairns. Space opens up on the right-hand side. Holt. Back to Downs. Turns away for the challenge by Crooks. Harrison Sawyer replacing Nicholson in the team today. Downs delivery. Headed by Barco. Off the mark. Barker not exactly a demon in the air, prefers it grounded. They gave it a good go. The ball flying off the mark. O'Keefe's kick met in the air well by the Coventry United debutant Sam Lockley, former Rugby Town midfielder, but unfortunately it doesn't last and United lose it quickly in the midfield. Crooks sent on his way, out comes Bunn to meet it and volleys it straight up the other end of the field off the head of Barco. Crowd's clearance bounces over Downs and Musa makes sure it heads straight back to Bunn. Controlled by Bunn, curls it to the left hand side. Bunn established himself as the United number 1 in recent months, with Brad Caswell providing stern competition, but Bunn has certainly impressed following his move in the summer. Holt looking to thread it through for Lockley. Easy pickings for Crowd, and now it allows Slack to race down the left wing. Now the captain, Crooks, got Slack with him, and Connor Smith too. It's a decent effort, but it wasn't going to trouble Brendan Bunn, who cushions the ball and collects. There may have been a pass on for Matalapo down the right hand side. Smith wanted to go for glory himself. Jamal Clark across the penalty area to Kyle Barnett. Barnett being urged to drive upfield. Chest control by Eli Barco. Shields it from Jordan Connor. Now Valence. Back to square one with Brendan Bunn. Clark rolls it right with Harrison Sawyer. Holt. United enclosed on that far side of the field. Space opens up for Gift Musa, driving through the centre circle. Musa tripped, but the ball had already gone. A poor touch taking it away from him while he was taken out by Last. But Sawyer looking for Cairns. One in the air by the centre-back Crowd. Connor Smith holds off Downs. Looking to send Collins on his way. And the ball rolls to Bunn between the sticks. Basketball style throw to Ben Valence. And sliding in was Smith to block the attempted pass and send it almost into the main stand. United passing around on the left flank. Downs. Sawyer's got space on the right. If Downs can try and find him, he does try and find him, and find him he does. Sensational ball from Downs. What can Sawyer make of this? In by Sawyer, out by crowd. Coventry United throw. Excellent vision and precision from Luke Downs to find the surging right back. Throw is to Downs. Sawyer, down line to Downs again. Rolls past Holt. With the clearance collected by Musa. Valance. Musa again. Sets up Barco for the run down the left. His path is blocked off by Lewis. It's down line to Valance. Lockley. Deflected pass. Holt tries to bring it down, slide in, and finds Cairns. Lockley maybe looking for the space to shoot. Overlapping run being made by Sawyer, but goes central with Musa. Musa goes for goal! And it wasn't for that standing save from Connor O'Keefe, Musa would have found his targets. Well, O'Keefe has certainly impressed in previous outings against Coventry United. He's just started as he's meant to go on today. In by Cairns, caught by O'Keefe. 15 minutes gone in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. I've got 14 and a half. And the score is Loughborough University 0, Coventry United 0. And it's, I'll tell you what, it certainly is harder to commentate with two shaving gorillas next to you. I'll tell you what, I did need a bodyguard service after last week, but I think I'm all right now, so they can bugger off in a minute. And the run from Jordan Connor, ended by Barnett. And how to play for the corner. Come in from the right hand side, a cluster of white and purple. A stumble from Bonner, swung clear by Vance to the near post anyway. Comes the shoulder of Lockley, nodded forward by Barco, flicked on by Cairns. Lockley, we've beaten to it though. And a free kick has been given to Coventry United, I believe. Clark. Downs. Face the challenge from behind of Connor Smith. Lovely flick on by Cairns. Barco's through. Last ditch challenge from crowd. Crucial intervention from the Scholars centre back as Barco was set to pull the trigger on O'Keefe's net. He had to get that inch perfect as well. Promising play from the red and green so far. An outstanding save from O'Keefe, keeping it 0-0. Running a error from Gift Musa. So United have had their chances at the moment. Do look like the more promising side heading forward. But possession at the moment with Loughborough. Here's Ben Last. Drives down the centre of the park. Looks right and rolls it. Now it's with Charlie Lewis. Alapo receives on the right. Matalapo. Step overs and downline again. Lewis. Cross doesn't find anyone but Luke Downs. Free flowing movement on the counter attack from the Red and Greens. Holt. Now it's with Lockley. Can he make an impression on his Red and Greens debut? Looks a cut in from the right. Lockley. Jake Holt. Charged down by Crooks. Comes back to Sawyer on the right. Harrison Sawyer blocked off. Good strength from Jordan Slack. Goal kick. Let's check some latest scores. It's still 0-0 at home park between Plymouth and Coventry City. In the Premier League, still no goals, so it's looks like a boring match of the day today, apart from that one match at Molineux. Now pushing up from the back is Crowd. Slack. And the slide by the number 9 Collins was not necessary in the end. And it's going to be a Coventry, Loughborough University free kick, I should say. Connor. Slack. Path blocked up by Sawyer, who dispossesses the fullback. And launched out for a throw by Jake Holt. So Slack's throw. Deep into United serve, lines up Crooks. Flicks off the head and collected by Collins. Racing in is Smith, barged to the mat by Gift Musa. Clearance as far as Connor! Agonisingly wide, it's taking a touch on the way through. Corner kick to the Scholars on the left flank. The run-in by Connor Smith ended by Musa, whose clearance could only find Jordan Connor on the edge of the area. Tried his luck, deflected behind for the corner, although it wasn't a million miles off target. Taken short. Collins. He'll come in again. Oh, no, it won't. As Sawyer makes the challenge. Valance tries to clear, chested down by Lockley. And Lockley's got to try and find his way out of a hole here. As he sprints down the left, he's dispossessed by Jordan Connor. Tries to dispossess Slack, unsuccessful, as is Slack's ball, hoping to find Daniel Collins. And Bunn brings that passage of play to an end by gathering the ball. Downs. Now Barco. Plays a 1-2 with Cairns. Valance down the left, closed down from behind by Olapo. Turns away from the number 7. Barco in support. Into the centre circle, Luke Downs. Onto the right with Sawyer. Returns it to Downs. Holt. Sawyer wants it. Well challenged by Slack, and Loughborough sprint clear. Slack's got company. And we'll play it to Connor Smith. Crooks. Now Ben last. Bargo couldn't dispossess him. It's with Joel Bonner. Interception made by Luke Downs. Cairns and Lockley up with him, looking for Cairns. In goes Jordan Connor to take it away from a sliding Cairns, and back with Connor O'Keefe. 20 minutes gone at the Loughborough University Stadium. Still Loughborough 0, Coventry United 0. Charlie Lewis curls it left. Fantastic ball and good control by Matty Crooks, the captain. Crooks goes through himself, and it's nothing more than a simple save with the near post for Brendan Bunn. Rolls it to the feet of Luke Downs. Going to get United on the front foot quickly. Holt. United low on central options now of Kevin Ford, now for the majority of the season. So we will assume it's going to be this midfield three of Musa, Downs and Holt for the rest of the campaign, barring any injuries or suspensions. Clark striding up from the back line, up to the halfway point. Holt just able to get it away to Barnett before losing possession. Barco. Balance in the centre circle. Barnett's able to jog back after taking it into an alien part of the field for him. Last time he was in that part of the field, he scored. Valance, a cautious approach down the left, turns away. United being a little bit too pragmatic here. It's back with Bunn. Now Jamal Clark. Loughborough just sitting back and allowing United to keep the ball. At the moment, the Red and Green's not doing an awful lot with it. Drills it to the left. Barco holds off Connor. Holtz. First time pass to Downs on the halfway line. Wants options close. Finds Holt. Sawyer and back into United turf with Jamal Clark. There's space opened up on the left for Ben Valance. And Clark will go to Musa instead. Now Musa spots the run of Valance and a lovely through ball down the left. Valance's cross in towards Cairns. Held up by Crowd. And the Scholars find safety. Promising ball from Valance from the left-hand side. No United players inside. It was a header by Crowd across his own goal to find a teammate. And a crossfield pass from Bonner bounces off the head of Slack out of play for a throw. And United have a real opportunity to put some pressure on Loughborough University. Musa pressured into a rare error. Alapo. Connor looking to return it to Alapo. Too square, didn't connect with it sweetly. And Barnett plays it back to Bunn between the sticks. Finds Luke Downs with a grounded pass, who in turn plays it down the right with Harrison Sawyer. Musa. Kane's trying to return to Musa. Pass a little off the mark, but finds Valance nonetheless. Barco. What a ball by Barco. Into Sawyer. Bit of a defender's finish there from Harry Sawyer. The pass was exquisite, the finish wasn't. I'm sure the pressure from behind from Crooks didn't help the matter. But from that position, it really should have been an opening goal for the Red and Greens. United's setup play has been outstanding so far. If they keep on digging like this, they will shortly find the pot of gold. Connor switches the play to Crooks. Looking for Collins in the area, but again, there's Bunn to mop up the spoils. Coming up to 25 minutes here on CUTV. We'll be going off air for half time. So make sure to look for the second live stream as Downs is forced down. No pun intended by Collins. Free kick quickly taken short. Valance. Clark. Now Downs. Short, close range, safe passing from United at the moment. Slow build-up play, but successful. Downs looks left. Decides against the long pass to Valance and goes into the centre circle with Kyle Barnett. Cairns trying to be too cheeky with that one-touch cushion for Musa. It's collected by Ben Last. A successful challenge from the side by Musa. It remains with the Scholars. Now it's Connor. Collins. Option on the right. Here's Matalapo. Step overs trying to take it around Ben Valance. Lovely trickery by Alapo. The pass to Musa cut out, but it ends up back with Alapo. And the number 7 being held on the edge of the area by Eli Barco. And the referee gives the free kick in a dangerous spot. So Matty Crooks will be taking the set piece. Couple of options on the left hand side, but it looks like a perfect shooting opportunity if Crooks can try and curl it into that left corner. 4-man wall prepares, as does Brendan Bunn. Up steps Crooks. Curls it straight over the crossbar. Must have thought he was playing rugby for a minute. Disappointing end to a promising opportunity for the Loughborough captain. Rather chilly afternoon in Leicestershire. The second time we've been in this part of the country in the last week. Of course, last week it was a 0-0 draw, eventful 0-0 draw at Shepshed Dynamo just up the road. United playing Highgate next week. It will actually be the 3rd year anniversary of Coventry United TV. Chance from behind on Holt. Still finds Joe Cairns, who curls one. And again, O'Keefe unchallenged. United not level for the want of trying. Has been a competitive afternoon here on CUTV, and we are hoping for the same thing tomorrow as we present live coverage of the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup against Leafield. Ball to Barco, looking for the cushion pass to Cairns behind him on the edge of the penalty area, unsuccessful, called out by Bonner. Collins just controlling the United half of the field, lofted pass by Connor, bounces to Slack. And he took it over the white line. Slack couldn't control it, and it will be a Coventry United throw just inside their own half. We've got some goals now in the Premier League. Manchester United lead Brighton by 1 goal to 0. A Paul Pogba penalty giving United the lead there, and Newcastle beating Cardiff 1-0. Challenge on Musa, and that was a challenge unsuccessful by Barnett as Collins had to leap over the sliding number 6, and the yellow card's coming out. First booking of the afternoon for Kyle Barnett. No doubt he was going for the ball, but certainly a late challenge. Maybe a tad unfair on Barnett. No doubt about the free kick though. So it will be a free kick which Ben Last will take responsibility for. To the left of Crooks. Back to Last. Now Connor. Got Lewis to the right. Here's Lewis. Connor again. Leaves it for Ben Last. Lewis surges to the net. One-on-one challenge by Gift Musa before he could reach the penalty area. United on the counter. Lovely free-flowing football here for the red and greens, and Cairns tripped. None too pleased with the challenge. And the referee may well have to pull out the book again. No doubt there was contact as Cairns was tripped. But Charlie Lewis is not going to receive any further punishment. It didn't look like from here that Lewis was going for the ball. United are tad unlucky there, but United have got to get their eyes back on the game as Sawyer puts it in. Barco's header, pass rather than a shot, and there was no white shirt in sight. And Cairns gets stuck in and goes down again, this time from behind. The challenge from Alapo. Cairns the target of Loughborough's attentions in the last minute. And there's a yellow card for Matt Alapo. The Loughborough number 7 goes in the book for the second foul on Cairns in the last 30 seconds. Half an hour gone here at the Loughborough University Stadium. Still no goals. Luke Downs looks to put that right with this free kick. Usual suspects in there. Barnett, Clark, Holt. United keeping Sawyer, Musa and Valance back. Upsets Downs. In it goes towards Carl Barnett. Header away by Bonner. It will come on to Harrison. Sawyer. Drilled by Sawyer. O'Keefe got his body behind that and kept it out. Now Bonner, as Loughborough spread out. Lewis looking to find the head of Collins with a lofted pass. That's with Downs through the legs of Connor by Eli Barco. Holt looks to dink it forward for Lockley. One in the air by Crow, but Barco the first to it. Sawyer making an impression today, as is that man, Luke Downs. Barco, United performing well, but need to hit the target. Eggs a space for Valance, who was marking him. Alapo sprints across the cover, maybe too late, he was too late, but again there's Crowd to head away from the penalty area. It will be a throw on the opposite side, level with the box, but with Lockley waiting behind him. Crowd had to get involved. Holt. Sawyer around Crooks, slides in on the captain, doesn't claim the ball, free kick. Simple as that. Again, the coverage here on Coventry TV today, sponsored by Current, building bespoke software to increase sales and improve your business process. Head to current.it for more information. Remember, that's Current spelled C-U-R-R-A-N-T. And if you are enjoying today's audio coverage, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button for exclusive coverage from the red and greens. And hit the like button on the video below the video, really does help us. And of course, your feedback is always appreciated. Holt, it's a fantastically timed challenge from Ben Last on Jake Holt. Runs into the path of Moose, that's something you don't want to do. And man, now Cairns the opportunity. He's offside anyway, the flag's raised. Well, United wants a free kick for the infringement on Moose. Not going to get it. It's going to be a free kick the other way to Loughborough for the offside against Joe Cairns. The challenge on Musa, taking the ball into a dangerous position for the Scholars. Cairns hoping to get there first, but he was running from an offside position, and now Musa is taking a bit of time to get back to his feet. United will hope that Musa is okay to continue, which I imagine he would be. As we said, with Kevin Vaulton now for the majority of the season now, United only really have 3 midfield options in terms of the centre. So we're back underway with O'Keefe's free kick. Cairns wins it in the air and sends it into the Loughborough dugout. Strong following from Coventry today, backing the red and greens. Throw by Lewis falls to the feet of Luke Downs for the red and greens. And Valence's pass deflects out of play off the leg of Matt Alapo. Valence with a throw deep into United turf on the left-hand side. No doubt United with the best of the opportunities, but Conor O'Keefe there to match them. Alapo takes advantage of a mistake from Musa, but Musa with a one-on-one challenge. Musa sprints away from Matt Alapo. Rides the challenge, but United lose possession to Last, pressured out by Eli Barco. Good strength from the number 10. Another goal in the Premier League, and this is one that manager Terry Anson will not be happy to hear about. Liverpool 0, Crystal Palace 1. Liverpool losing at home against former manager Roy Hodgson, so I don't think the sensational Scouts is going to be happy to hear that at half-time. Holt. Sidon takes it into the path of Downs. Jamal Clark in the opposite final third there. An alien position for the United captain as he tracks back into the fence, and it's firmly back in the United half of the field now. United being pragmatic and patient with their build-up play. Valence upfield to Sam Lockley. Valence. Now Barney. We're trying to push United back. Clark. Lobs it to the left. It bounces off Lockley awkwardly. And Lewis will find Alapo. Loughborough will look to get the ball as far away from the box as possible. 10 minutes to go until half-time. Still scoreless at the Loughborough University Stadium. Clark with a chance, stabbing it forward to Luke Downs. Now Musa. Lockley controls and returns to Musa. Turns away from Smith. Valence. Downs, first time pass to Kyle Barnett, curls it to the right. Sawyer. Where will Sawyer go from here? Plays it back to the halfway line. Jamal Clark. Frustratingly slow play from United. Barco. Challenged by Last, didn't claim the ball and took a chunk out of Varco, but Varco will continue the run. No foul given. Musa lobs it to the right. Sawyer avoids the challenge of Slack. Misplaced pass, but the clearance, attempted clearance at least, was unsuccessful, and it's offside against Joe Cairns. I think it was Crowd trying to swing it clear, didn't connect with the ball. Bonner too tried to get it away and again didn't make contact. It came to Joe Cairns at the far post. He took a little bit too long to control and tried to take on Bonner and curl it across O'Keefe, but the flag was already raised against the Coventry United forward. Clark sneaks in and makes the challenge on Collins. Driving forward, Jamal Clark. A chance for Lockley. Deflected off Crowd for the corner. The former Rugby Town forward making his first Coventry United start after his midweek move. A like-for-like replacement for Aaron Solomon, who of course has been recalled by his parent club, Solihull Moors. Want to see him play at a higher level. If you want to listen today, Aaron, thanks for your service. And of course, best of luck to Aaron in his future career. As we move on, it will be Cairns from the right. Low to Barco. Try to turn it back into the path of Cairns. Slack gets there first. Return to Slack by Collins. Out muscle by Cairns. Free kick given. Bit too strong for the referee's liking. So the free kick taken by Jacob Crowd, the Loughborough defender, halfway into his team's end of the pitch. O'Keefe drills it away. Alapo beaten in the air by Valence. Falls to the feet of Sam Lockley. And sandwiched between the two Loughborough players, the referee gives the free kick. Luckily caught between a rock and a hard place, namely Ben Last and Matt Alapo, and then Musa challenged from behind by, I think it was Charlie Lewis. The foul was given for the first one, but the referee trying to allow play on. See if Musa could get to the seconds. Unfortunately, he couldn't. 5 minutes until the break. Can United get themselves on the score sheet with this set piece? It's Luke Downs on the mark, probably not a shooting position from the left-hand side of the penalty area, about 5 yards out. But plenty of headed options in the penalty area. Header away by Bonner. And now the Scholars look to counter. Ben Last. Through ball for Matalapo. Through the legs of Musa. Smith wants it. And Valance with a crucial intervention. And that may begin a counter of United's own as Cairns breaks forward. He's onside this time. Has to cut in from the left. Cairns needs options. Holt wants it. Holt gets it. Barco avoids the challenge of Connor. But a purple wall stands in front of United and they can't break through it. Crooks. That's with Ben Last. Pressure from Barco behind, and Barco does well to dispossess the Loughborough midfielder. Barco to Joe Cairns. Downs. Couldn't get the first touch right, takes it into the path of Slack. This clearance chested down by Musa, hassled and harried by Collins, who takes it back to Loughborough. Again, misplaced passing, catching out the home side. Here's Sawyer. Pass Last. Now Barco goes for goal. Falls into the hands of O'Keefe. Clearance by Lewis. Collins backs into Barnett. And it did the trick as he held possession. A challenge from behind on Collins by Gift Musa. The Loughborough fans wanted a free kick there, but the referee says it was fair game. Clark. Hopeful ball upfield. Straight to the feet of Slack, the Loughborough left back. That rhymes. Last to Crooks. Slack making the overlapping run. Received by Slack. Down line to Last. Loughborough being pushed back towards the halfway line. And it's back into Loughborough territory with Joel Bonner. Cut out by Barlett. And Barnett sprinting upfield with Joe Cairns. 3 on 3. And the space opens up on the right-hand side for Kyle Barnett, but Cairns going for goal himself rather selfishly. It was charged down by Lewis, but Barnett had the freedom of the pitch on the right-hand side. He was just taking a curled ball to Barnett, and United would have been clean through. Cairns taking the wrong option. Sawyer's throw. Musa couldn't find Holt. Collins will find Smith. Threads it through. Slack keeps it in and continues the march down the left-hand side. Sawyer with a challenge, but takes it out. And in fact, it's going to be a Coventry United throw. And Slack in disbelief. He thought that Sawyer got the final touch. He's not the only one, but the referee has given the throw to Coventry United. Taken to Bunn. Back to Sawyer. Back to Bunn. And swiped away by the United shot stopper off the head of Crooks. Back into the back line with Loughborough University and Joel Bonner. Still no score. It looks like we're going to be staying that way until the half-time whistle at least. Awkward bounce for Lewis, allows Joe Cairns onto it. Looking for Ben Valance, and a good slide by Lewis on Valance. Nice and clean. Out of play for the throw for Coventry United. It's his throw. Cairns' intended target. Bonner. He'll just stab it away. Smith. Cleared by Lewis. Up rather than that off the head of Barnett. Brought down by Valance. Ben Valance. I think he was looking for Lockley there, but only as far as Lewis. Passing hasn't been perfect recently. But Holt with the lofted ball into Lockley, trying to smash it across the face of goal. O'Keefe equal to it and brings it to a harmless stop as we approach the break with no goals in sight. O'Keefe scoops it up, brought down by Lewis. Aimed the spore by Lewis. Now Valance. Neither side retaining the ball particularly well. Barco forced down line into the centre with Luke Downs. There's some space on the right for Harrison Sawyer. Barco calling for it in the centre. And again, United caught out by poor passing. Well, the passing has either been short and frustrating or long and unsuccessful. There's been very little in between. O'Keefe. Crooks his header only as far as Harrison Sawyer, but caught out from behind by Collins. Dispossessed. Slack slides and keeps it in. But it only finds its way to the United back line. We are now into added minutes. Barnett. Now Cairns. Sawyer. And Musa. The two number 4s going head to head. Musa winning that battle at the moment. Into the area, made for Lockley, just out of reach and kept in by O'Keefe. But that's the end of the first half here on Coventry United TV. Half-time score, Loughborough University 0, Coventry United 0. We'll be back in 10 minutes on CUTV.